Hello, here I am in the Jacobite Mountaineering Club hut in Inver near Acton in the Scottish Highlands, and as you can see, winter has finally deigned to show up. Today I'm going to be reviewing this OEX walking pole. I'd just like to point out that I've not been given any financial inducements or any free gear or anything like that, and of course I wouldn't accept it even if it was given to me, despite the fact that I really could do with a new waterproof jacket. Okay, before I talk about this pole, I'm going to show you my old pole. This is a budget pole, I suppose you'd describe it. Not an expensive pole at all. I've had it for a few years. I don't know if anybody else has had this problem. What I found was that after walking some distance, maybe 8 or 9 miles or whatever, I started to get hand cramps and I couldn't straighten my fingers after a while, which is a bit of a pain. So I thought, well, maybe it was because this strap was putting too much regular pressure with each step that I took. So I wanted to get a pole that had a better sort of, a bigger sort of binding around it. So I chose the OEX, and this is the hand strap that separates from the pole. And it fits around your wrist like that, and as you can see, there's a larger area there than there was with the older pole, so I thought maybe that would spread the load. So far it has. So far I've had no hand problems with the OEX. Okay, so I'll show you the pole. Lightweight carbon fibre, and the strap just clicks on like that, which I thought was a bit of a gimmick at the time, but actually being able to detach your hand from the pole very easily is actually quite useful. You can do your jacket up, or you can remonstrate with a passing teenage cyclist. Oi, get out of here, I'm watching you! Quite handy, see? So you then just clip it back on and it comes away with that little button there. What I like about these poles, they're light. They look pretty flimsy, but actually they're very strong. And also, unlike the older pole that I had, you can't twist them apart, so no matter how much torque you put on them, they're not going to come apart on you. They're actually held together, or assembled, rather I should say, by this little, it's a bit like the button that you'd get on an umbrella, I suppose, but so far, and you just do that, the whole thing collapses really neatly and goes in your luggage or wherever you want to put it. So I'm quite impressed with them so far. They've taken a fair few knocks over the last few days. I tend to put a lot of pressure on walking poles, and there it is, all assembled again. Quite neat, really, isn't it? Slight downsides, I'd say. This is the basket at the end. I find that a little bit small for when you're on very soft ground or snow. It just tends to go straight in, but that probably reflects the sort of ground that I walk on in the Highlands more. If you're on a decent footpath, that wouldn't be an issue. Also, I'm 5'10", and don't know if you can see there. That's the pole on the ground. That's probably about its lowest, its shortest I can make it. I don't know if they come in sizes, but if you're less than my height, the OEX might be a bit long for you. Because as I don't know if you can see there, my arm, where the pole is straight down, is at 90 degrees, which is basically where you should have it. I see a lot of people with too short poles and they're sort of leaning forward. You don't want to do that, bad for your back. And I also see a lot of people carrying poles. Don't point in carrying a pole, it's supposed to hold you up, you're not supposed to hold it up, So don't carry him. I don't know if you saw the film A Walk in the Woods. Robert Redford has his walking poles on his backpack the whole film. He never takes them off and uses them. So overall, these cost me, I'll talk about money, these cost me about 40 quid from Go Outdoors, which I thought was a bloody good price, to be honest. So there you are, a decent, quite light, very strong pole. So far, no problems with them really, unless you happen to be less than 5'10", I suppose. Well, that's my review of the OEX pole. Obviously, I can't go without mentioning my books. Here's Skydance, lovely little book. This you can get it today, I think, on special offer, but you can buy it on Kindle for about the price of a pint. That's not bad, is it? Or you can get the real thing, the actual thick one. Look at the thickness of that book. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? It smells great as well. I'd buy this book just for the smell, you know. Anyway, I have put a little link, hopefully, to my books, but also to a video I made a while ago about my own little personalised technique for walking with poles, which I adapted from Nordic walking. Nobody wants to go Nordic walking, do they? I look a big enough prat as it is, you know. So you can find out more about me on johndburns.com or through my lovely publishers, Vertebrate Publishing. Thanks for watching. I hope that's been some use to you.